What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Hip Hop Urban Pop. Let's get straight into part 2 of the forgotten girl groups of the 90s and 2000s. Number 17, Play. Play is a Swedish-based pop girl group formed in 2000.
My name is Anis and I'm 13 years old.
Hi, I'm Faye. I'm 13 years old.
Hi, my name is Rosie and I'm 13 years old.
Hi, my name is Anna and I'm 12 years old.
Started at my dance school, Sway.
Our manager Laila saw me at the dance school and she asked me if I wanted to be in a group, and I said of course.
After that, I had an audition in Sweden and I picked Rosie and Faye.
Their debut single, Us Against the World, and the music video was released in September of 2001. The single peaked at number 14 in Sweden and later became certified gold. Us Against the World was released in the United States in January of 2002 and peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot Singles chart. It stayed there for 65 weeks. The same single was also featured in the Mary-Kate and Ashley movie Holiday in the Sun and in the Disney series Lizzie McGuire in episode 16 of season 2. Their debut album, originally titled Us Against the World, was finally released in the United States on June 25th of 2002. To promote the single and the album, Play went on tour in the United States, opening for acts like Aaron Carter and Destiny's Child. Upon its release, the album peaked at number 74 on the Billboard 200. By March of 2003, the single Us Against the World was certified gold.
Some days it's very, very easy to feel like you were never really so meant to be together, so meant to try love again. When will I ever meet another? Am I always gonna wonder about what you're doing, where you are, and if my heart's were meant that it comes like a flash? That's when I remember to forget.
The second single, Cinderella, was used in the Disney Channel original movie The Cheetah Girls in 2003. Although credit was eventually given to Play by Adrian on an episode of The Real, the song was originally recorded by the girl group I-5. This album also included a cover of the song I'm Gonna Make You Love Me by Diana Ross and the Supremes featuring The Temptations. The single features former Dream Street member Chris Truesdale. Chris recently passed away from COVID in 2020. In July of 2002, Play's lead singer Faye Hamlin provided her vocals for the song Master, featuring Lil Fizz of B2K for the soundtrack of the movie Master of Disguise. And although the other members of Play didn't have any vocals on the song, they did appear in the video as backup dancers. The music video also featured cameos from J Boog of B2K, Jhené Aiko, Romeo of IMX, and Solange Knowles. On June 10, 2003, Play released their second album, Replay. The album debuted at number 67 on the Billboard 200. The lead single, I Must Not Chase the Boys, was used as a promo for the Nickelodeon show My Life as a Teenage Robot. The album had influences from pop, R&B, pop rock, and showcased superb vocals from the lead singer of the group, Faye Hamlin. They also covered the Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, on this album. Raven-Symoné also decided to cover one of their songs, What Is Love, for her album, This Is My Time. In 2003, the lead singer Faye Hamlin decided to leave the group in pursuit of a college education. Not long after, in 2004, she was replaced by Janet Leon. Janet served as the group's new lead singer alongside the other group's lead, ISYSS. After releasing a third album, a Christmas album, and a compilation album, in 2005, Play confirmed an indefinite break due to slow sales. 4 years later, in 2009, former members Faye Hamlin and ISYSS announced that they were returning to music as Play with a new member, Sinai Carlson. Former member Anna chose not to partake in the reunion due to now living in the States, and Rosie also passed to continue pursuing her solo career. On April 21st, 2010, the revived Play Trio released their 5th studio album, Under My Skin. The lead single, Famous, debuted at number 7 on the Swedish singles chart and then quickly peaked at number 1. The Nickelodeon boy band Big Time Rush covered that song for their TV show, and it was released as a single on their album, BTR. In the same year, Play recorded another song called Destiny for the Disney Channel original movie Avalon High. By 2011, Faye Hamlin left the group once again and was replaced by Sinead's best friend, Emily Norberg. Unfortunately, not long after the group disbanded again, an official statement was released that the members were no longer on speaking terms. In 2005, Janet recorded a song for the Build-A-Bear Workshop stores and 2 songs for the Bratz Rock Angels soundtrack. In 2009, her single Let It Go peaked at number 3 in Sweden, and she toured as Marty in the musical Grease. In 2011, Janet recorded vocals for the song Firefly on Childish Gambino's album Camp. Janet currently lives in Los Angeles and is still pursuing a music career. After Play initially disbanded, Rosie did some modeling in New York City before moving back to Sweden and enrolling in college where she majored in music. In 2007, she released a few songs with the artist known as Cocky. In 2009, Rosie released several singles and also signed a publishing deal with EMI as a songwriter. She went on to work with Sony ATV for the next 6 years. In 2010, she signed with a British-based label releasing more singles, and by 2015, Rosie had started a management company called Logic and Heart. In 2018, Rosie got married to her then boyfriend, and they welcomed their first child, a baby girl, in June of 2021. In 2005, Anna signed to a model management group based in New York. From 2005 to 2006, she traveled and performed with singer Chris Truesdale around NYC. Anna also worked on her debut album in hopes of gaining success as a solo artist, but unfortunately, the album was never officially released. In 2008, she moved back to Los Angeles and starred in 2 films. 2 years later, Anna moved back to New York and signed with Damp Cellar Music. Over the next few years, Anna released 2 singles and worked as a model under a New York-based agency called Colby Models. By 2018, Anna had moved back to Sweden to work on her music and even wrote a nonfiction book based on her life. Anna's latest single was released in 2019, and her book is currently available for purchase. After Play's original split in 2005, ISYSS attended Stockholm University where she studied fashion. After that, she studied art history at Lund University. Upon leaving the music industry, she began a career in public relations. ISYSS currently works as a senior consultant for a Stockholm-based PR agency. In 2015, she married her long-term boyfriend and gave birth to her daughter a year later. In 2019, she added a son to her family. After leaving the music industry in 2014, Faye worked as a model and also did several commercials. She is now an interior designer and works as a stylist for the Swedish home design magazine Plaza Interior. In 2017, she gave birth to her daughter and 2 years later married her longtime boyfriend. In March of 2021, Faye and her husband welcomed their second baby girl into the world. Number 16, TG4. TG4, aka Tomgirl 4, was formed in 2001. The group was assembled and signed by Chris Stokes. TG4 was meant to be the female version of B2K.
This is G4. This is G4. They're in our camp, TUG.
I'm Ambi. I'm Keisha. I'm Davida. Ashley. Together we
are G4. Boo! Nice quick.
Currently known as 7th Streeter, Amber was actually the first member who was offered to be in the group after she opened up for B2K and IMX during the Scream Tour in Orlando, Florida. The other three members, Davida, Keisha, and Ashley, were found in a line of auditions. Their debut single, Virginity, peaked at number 88 on the Billboard R&B chart. TG4 was a part of the Scream Tour 2, along with Bow Wow and B2K. They also made an appearance in B2K's music video for Why I Love You.
Maybe that's the reason why it's so crazy. And with all the crazy.
Their second single, titled 2 Minutes, failed to chart, but they did still film a music video. In 2002, TG4's debut album, Time for a New, was expected to be released, but unfortunately it was shelved indefinitely. Later on, member Davida left the group to continue to pursue her acting career, and following her departure, the girls left Chris Stokes' label TUG, signed to Soul Chemistry, and changed their name to Epiphany. Shortly after this, the group disbanded. Ashley has been working as a singer-songwriter and also has ventured into acting. She is featured on Anthony Fedorov's upcoming album, Calling You, and has made acting appearances in the Netflix thriller, How It Ends. Ashley is also trained in theater and has appeared in multiple plays over the years. She now performs with two Los Angeles-based a cappella girl groups, the Crystal Bells and the Noels. Ashley is now married and has a son. In December of 2021, she gave birth to a baby girl. In 2005, Keisha joined a girl group called Dime. The group remained together for 2 years before disbanding in 2007. In 2008, Keisha made an appearance on the CW show Pussycat Dolls Presents Girlicious.
My name is Keisha. Do you have a boyfriend? No, I have a girlfriend. When did you realize? When did you come out of the closet? Tell us.
I am a lesbian. And coming out to my mom, I wanted to tell her so bad, but I was nervous. I didn't want her to look at me differently. When I did come out, I didn't even come out. My ex-girlfriend told her, so. But she's very supportive of my dream, of, you know, my career and what I want to do.
But I remember how we used to be. You never was this nice, you came for me.
Okay, so I wasn't feeling that at all. Keisha, I need something bigger than that. Let's do that for your opening line.
I remember how it used to be.
Like, I want it so bad that there is no room to mess up.
I remember how it used to be. You never was that nice, you cared for me. Now you're talking like you made a change.
I have an insecurity about my voice. And I know I can sing, it just doesn't come through. Like, I want to show everyone what I have, and for some reason, it doesn't come out that way. And it's hard. But, you know, in the end, it's just gonna make me a stronger woman.
These days, Keisha is just enjoying living her life. In January of 2022, Keisha got engaged to her then boyfriend. Before joining TG4, Davida appeared in multiple TV shows such as The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and Sister Sister. After leaving TG4 in 2002, she continued to pursue an acting career with her most memorable role being Claire Miller from the Disney Channel series Lizzie McGuire. In 2004, she also appeared in the film Raise Your Voice, starring Hilary Duff. Over the years, Davida has consistently appeared in TV and films. She's also a photographer, director, and producer. Davida is still acting today and was last seen in Useless Humans in 2020. A few years after TG4 disbanded, Amber was discovered on MySpace by the music producer Rich Harrison. In 2007, she signed a deal with Jive Records and Rich Harrison's label Richcraft under the same name, Seven, which is spelled with the number 7 in place of the letter V. She was also a member of Rich Harrison's girl group called Rich Girl. Rich Girl released a mixtape on Valentine's Day called Fall in Love with a Rich Girl and opened up for Beyonce on her Here I Am World Tour in 2011. Fun fact. Fellow Rich Girl member Crystal went on to become a member of the girl group June's Diary. After signing with Chris Brown in 2012, Seven Streeter was featured on his album Fortune. On October 30th of the same year, Seven released her debut single, I Like It, which peaked at number 48 on Billboard's R&B hip-hop charts. The second single, It Won't Stop, featured Chris Brown and peaked at number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 9 on the R&B hip-hop charts, and number 1 on Canada's Urban Airplay charts. Her debut album, Call Me Crazy But, peaked at number 30 on Billboard 200 and number 5 on the Billboard R&B hip-hop albums chart. In 2017, Seven released her second album, Girl Disrupted. Her third project, Drunk Words and Sober Thoughts, was expected to be released in 2020, but it is still in the works and we're hoping it will be released very soon. Number 15, ISYSS. ISYSS, which stands for Intelligent, Sexy, Young Soul Sisters, was an R&B group formed in 1997. The group began when Ardina and Letitia, who was Ardina's niece, held auditions to find other members. Through auditions, they found 2 members, Lamaya Good, older sister of Megan Good, and Paulette Maxwell, former member of the 90s girl group Girl. Before auditioning for labels, the girls worked hard on their sound, their dancing, and their harmonies. But unfortunately, by the time they were ready to put themselves out there, Paulette departed the group and a search was on for a new member. In a 2013 interview, the new member, Kiera, says she got into the group when she met Megan Good at a high school winter formal. But in another interview in 2014, Ardina states Kiera was found by their executive producer, Billy Moss. Through the years of honing their sound and creating their own style, the girls created a buzz for themselves by auditioning for different labels. They ended up flying out to Atlanta to meet with the L.A. Reid, who at the time was the president and CEO of Arista. Soon after, ISYSS was signed and ready to showcase their talents. Their debut single, Day and Night, featuring Jadakiss, was released in 2002. It peaked at number 98 on Billboard's Hot 100 and number 52 on Billboard's R&B hip-hop songs. ISYSS was nominated for 2 Soul Train Lady of Soul Awards and took home the awards for Best New Artist in R&B, Soul, or Rap for the group, band, or duo categories. They also performed Day and Night at the awards show alongside Jadakiss. Their second single, Single for the Rest of My Life, peaked at number 71 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 62 on the Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart. Megan Good also made an appearance in the music video for this single. Their debut album, The Way We Do, was released on September 24, 2002. It peaked at number 55 on the Billboard 200 and at number 12 on Billboard's R&B albums chart, selling over 300,000 copies. ISYSS performed the theme song for the BET talk show, Oh Drama, and were also the spokeswoman for the hair care product company, Gotta Be Smooth. In 2003, ISYSS attended a few events just as duos. Then eventually in 2004, during their tour, Ardina decided to leave the group to study politics. The remaining members continued the group as a trio before adding another member. During this time, it was announced that ISYSS was dropped from Arista Records. In 2004, ISYSS added a new member to the group named Love and began recording their second album. They recorded a new single called Infatuation that was set to be the lead single from the new album, but it never released. Unfortunately, in that same year, the group decided to part ways. After ISYSS disbanded, Letitia worked as a model and appeared in a music video for the R&B group One Chance. She is now a caregiver for the disabled and elderly under the company name Right at Home. Letitia has an 8-year-old daughter who is also a model. After leaving ISYSS in 2004, Ardina studied politics and got more involved with the Democratic Party. She later ran for the Democratic Central Committee and was the representative for the 43rd Assembly District of the Los Angeles, California area. She worked with the Political Action Committee and also worked in economics for the next 7 to 8 years. In 2011, she got married to the actor Creighton Jones, but they ended up getting divorced. After the split, she spent time traveling to Mexico teaching economics. Then she moved back to LA from Virginia and started a music/political infused radio talk show. In 2017, Ardina became a writer for the LA Sentinel and published her book, The Art of Choosing Joy, a script in the making of my life. In 2019, she got married once again and gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. Since the disbandment of ISYSS, Kiera has been pursuing a solo career in music. In 2013, she signed with her friend Anna's sub-label DMG, distributed by Fontana Universal. Though a project was never officially released, Kiera is still pursuing music. In 2006, Lamaya and Love, the last member added to ISYSS, joined a new girl group called Bad Girl with a third singer named Renee.
I'm Maya.
I'm Renee. I'm Love.
Okay, and we are signed to 581 Music Group, which is Jagged Edge's company. We're bringing that R&B back. People miss that R&B.
If you see crying, it's only 'cause I'm tired of long nights being off.
The group released several songs and videos together until their split in 2008. In 2011, Lamaya joined her sister Megan's girl group called HELLO Girls. Their debut single, Beep Beep, was released on 106 & Park in 2012. By the end of 2012, the group's names changed from the HELLO Girls to just Girls, spelled with a Y. They also had 4 new teenage girl members. Lamaya began a family in 2014, marrying R&B singer Eric Bellinger, then giving birth to a son in 2015, and once more again in 2019. Be sure to stay tuned for part 3 and subscribe for more. We'll catch you next time. Bye.